Hello everyone, got 5 dirty jokes for you today. So 2 men are excited to hit the golf course and enjoy a quick 18 holes of golf. However, as they start playing, they realize that there are 2 women golfers in front of them who are taking an incredibly long time to play each hole. After waiting for several holes, the first guy turns to the second and says, "I don't think we're going to get through this course at this rate." The second guy agrees, "Yeah, it looks like we might be stuck behind them all day." As they continue to wait, the first guy gets an idea and suggests, "Why don't you go over and ask if we can play through?" The second guy nods and begins walking over to the women. However, as he gets about halfway there, he suddenly turns back and starts walking towards his friend. Confused, the first guy asks, "What's wrong?" The second guy responds in a low voice, "One of them is my wife." The first guy's eyes widen in surprise. "Oh no. What about the other one?" The second guy shakes his head and replies, "The other one is my mistress." The first guy starts to laugh but quickly realizes the gravity of the situation. "Oh, that could be a problem," he says sympathetically. "Don't worry, I'll go over and talk to them." He sets off towards the women, determined to find a solution. However, as he gets about halfway there, he too turns back towards his friend. The second guy looks at him expectantly and asks, "What's wrong?" The first guy looks slightly embarrassed as he admits, "Same problem." So an old man, a boy, and a donkey were going to town. The boy rode on the donkey and the old man walked. As they went along, they passed some people who remarked it was a shame the old man was walking and the boy was riding. The man and boy thought maybe the critics were right, so they changed positions. Later, they passed some people that remarked, "What a shame, he makes that little boy walk." They then decided they both would walk. Soon they passed some more people who thought they were stupid to walk when they had a decent donkey to ride. So they both rode the donkey. Now they passed some people that shamed them by saying how awful to put such a load on a poor donkey. The boy and man said they were probably right, so they decided to carry the donkey. As they crossed the bridge, they lost their grip on the animal and it fell into the river and drowned. The moral of the story: if you try to please everyone, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye. So a lizard and a koala are sitting in a large gum smoking a joint. They're having a blast. Eventually the lizard says, "Dude, my mouth is so dry. I'm going to get a drink at the river." So he climbs down the tree, makes his way through the bush, and when he arrives at the river he leans in to drink but slips and falls in. A passing crocodile sees him floundering and nuzzles him onto the bank. "What are you doing in my river?" grumbles the crocodile. "Oh, koala and I are smoking joints in a gum and I just needed a drink," says the lizard. "What? Cannabis in my bushland? I'm going to go have a word with that no-good koala." So he climbs out of the river, walks through the bush, and when he finds the gum he looks up and shouts, "Oi, koala!" The squinting koala gazes down at him in surprise. "Whoa, dude," exclaims the koala, "how much water did you drink?" So Mother Superior wakes up and gets out of bed one morning in the convent. She begins her usual walk down a long hallway, with rooms for the other nuns lining either side. Immediately one of the nuns looks at Mother Superior and says it looks like someone got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Mother Superior is a little taken aback by this comment, but shrugs it off and continues. Remarkably, as she passes the very next room, another nun says looks like someone got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. And on down the hallway this continues until she finally reaches her destination, meeting with one of the priests coming to visit for the day. The priest begins to open his mouth to greet her when she stops him, and quite exasperatedly she exclaims, "Don't you dare say it looks like someone got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning." The priest says, "I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to ask why you're wearing the bishop's slippers." So a lawyer and his Czechoslovakian friend were camping in a backwoods section of Maine. Early one morning, the two went out to pick berries for their morning breakfast. As they went around the berry patch, gathering blueberries and raspberries in tremendous quantities, along came two huge bears, a male and a female. The lawyer, seeing the two bears, immediately dashed for cover. His friend, though, wasn't so lucky, and the male bear reached him and swallowed him whole. The lawyer ran back to his Mercedes, tore into town as fast as he could, and got the local backwoods sheriff. The sheriff grabbed his shotgun and dashed back to the berry patch with the lawyer. Sure enough, the two bears were still there. "He's in that one," cried the lawyer, pointing to the male, while visions of lawsuits from his friend's family danced in his head. He just had to save his friend. The sheriff looked at the bears, and without batting an eye, leveled his gun, took careful aim, and shot the female. "What did you do that for?" exclaimed the lawyer. "I said he was in the other." "Exactly," replied the sheriff. "Would you believe a lawyer who told you the check was in the mail?"